Every week, traders get caught chasing moves. But the real key is knowing how price reacts around weekly opening price. So you see, in this video, I will show you how I use it to build buyers, plan setup, and catch clean moves on NAS 100. Let's get into it. First thing first is that the structure will always come first, right? Your trading structure, no matter what strategy you're trading, structure comes first, all right? So now let's look at how, first of all, let's look at how you can mark out your weekly opening, all right? Because many traders get this wrong, right? So when we have a previous candle closing like this, let's say we have a bullish candle close like this. So you want to mark out the opening of the next candle. Where will the opening of the next candle be? The opening of the next candle will be at the close of this previous candle. Okay, let me show you more. So you see, this is bullish candle, right? When this candle opened, it opened up somewhere here and trade up, then close back here, giving us this wick. Okay, because at some point it traded up to this level, then came back to close here. Okay, so with this candle closing like this, and you're expecting the next candle to be bullish. Okay, so all you just have to do, you just have to mark out this level here, which is going to be where the next candle will open, unless if there's a shift, maybe if there's a little shift, like a gap. All right, so if there's a gap, then you can mark out where that gap started from. Sorry, you can mark out where the candle opened from. Let's say, okay, I'm going to show you an example of a gap. Let's forget that for now first. All right, so this is going to be the open of this new candle. So before this candle open, okay, you will see price will trade down here. Trade down here. This is where you want to look for your buys. This is where you want to look for your buys. Then price will trade up here. Can trade how far it wants. Then we'll get that closure. So once price close, then you see that wick. Right? Sometimes it can trade up here, then come back down and close bearish. Okay, but you still caught that buy. You still caught that buy, then you will see a long wick like this. To close bearish, let's make this bearish. So, but you still caught that buy that you were looking for, because that is what you were looking for. You have no business with this sell. Sometimes you can see price to go up, come back down, go back up again. You know, it can do whatever it wants, but you just want to wait here to be a buyer down here. All right, you just want to be a buyer down here. All right, I'll go on the chart now and show you examples. All right, so again, how do you of course, you're not just gonna just buy randomly. Okay, you want to do your time frame alignment. Okay, so when price trade down here, the 4-hour will tell you when we're pulling back, when price is pulling back. Okay, you can see anything, but you just want to make sure that 4-hour is bullish, because price, I might just draw one thing for you here now, and you go on the chart looking for that exact same thing that I drew here on the lower time frame, which you might never get it. All right, price do different things. That's why structure comes first. All right, then now, because you're bullish on your higher time frame and you're expecting this to expand higher, then you can start going with that 4-hour bullish structure. All right, even if price come back here again before this weekly candle close, right, and give you that formation again, you want to trade with it. You understand? So let me go on the live chat, on the chart now, and show you examples. So I'm just going to delete everything. This is me doing my weekly analysis. Just going to delete everything. So here, this separators are for my weekly. No, so sorry, this is for monthly. This is for monthly. I'm also going to take it out. So look here, let's use previous, we can use any week actually, for example, but let's use the previous week, for example. So you see this candle, it closed here, Okay, I'm gonna put on the weekly separator so that when we go on a weekly, when we drop down on a lower time frame, you will get it. Right? There's so many indicators for this weekly separators. If you go on TradingView, there's a lot different ones here. Or you can ask ChatGPT to create one for you. Okay, so all these separators here represents each weekly candles. All right, now that we're on lower time frame, this represents each weekly candle. So you can add this to your chart if you want to. Okay, so now you can see where this week opened up from. Okay, you can mark that out. You can mark that out. Remember, we're focusing on this one now. Right, you can mark this out. So you can see that this weekly opening price is a very strong support and resistance level in price. It's a very strong support and resistance level. Okay, in this case here, we are bullish, right? The structure is bullish, so we're only interested in buying, right? So now, from this level here, anything down here, it's a discount price. So when price come here, down here, and give you that sign that, okay, we're going up now, you can trust us and start stacking your buys up here. All right. So let's look at this other previous week. You can see this previous week here. Okay, let me use this so that we don't get confused. Let me use this other one here. So you can see on this previous week, price came back lower. Okay, here you can see that we actually have an order block here. This is a bullish sign, bullish signature that we're going up, right? And this is on Monday. So if you really want to trade this with discipline and patience and waiting, you have to skip Monday. Actually, you can skip Monday. They want to see what Tuesdays want to do. So see on Tuesday, price dropped down lower and gave us that bullish sign on the candles. But remember, structure comes first. What can you see here? We can see we had price went up on Monday. Okay, so price going up is a sign that we manipulated to the upside. So price is going to come down. All right, so remember these candles. Oh, I deleted those candles. Okay, remember, if we have a candle like this, okay, if we have a candle like this, if we have this as a candle, right, then the next candle, if the next candle is going to expand higher, we expect it to go lower first before going higher. Let me draw this out here. So this is where it opened. We expect this to go lower before it expand higher, right? If it go higher, we expect it to come back lower, then go higher. All right? Or if it go higher, then there's a possibility that that is where it will manipulate to before it expand. All right? But you being bullish, you want to buy below here. If you're bearish, you want to sell above. That is just simply what it means. You sell above, you buy below. Okay? So let's get down. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this. So you see in this case now, okay, price opened up on Monday, you pushed up higher. Okay, so you can catch this buy from here. Then here now, sellers are here waiting. Okay, you can see how they push price lower here. Then before the week closed up, we saw a buy signature from here. Then price went up. Then the next week, what happened again? This is the next week. You can see now we fully bullish. Okay, we're fully bullish, and you can see here price came here, manipulated to the downside, and we started expanding higher. Okay, what happened the next week? Okay, you can see here that price opened up here, came back, reacted to it once, and shoot up before. Where did that big move come from? It came from the high. That's where the sellers were, and we dropped lower. So that week, this weekly candle, this was their plan: high, then drop down low. So if you go to that weekly candle now, you could see something like this. You can get this week. You can get a week like this. Okay, this could be what it's there. You can get this candle like this. Okay, that's what you will get there. So, but I didn't catch this sell because there's no way I could catch this. But there was a way that I could catch a continuation, but I wasn't interested. I wasn't interested because we were paying attention to the buys, kept on buying till up here. This is where I took my last buy, and when price got here, I closed I think 90% of my trade because I wanted to see this high get taken. I wanted to see this high get taken, and price was almost there. Then I was waiting to see if we can get back up. Before I knew it, boom, price just dropped and took out my last position. Luckily for me, I had my break even set. I had it set. Price took it out. If not, I could have given back everything because this move happened so quick. Before I could look down and look up on my computer, I saw the big move dropping. Was asking myself like, what's going on? Okay, so this is how you can trade it. You can see if you look at many examples, if you look at price, this is what price does every time. You can see here, awesome. Then there's one secret that I want to add to this now because many traders don't, many YouTubers or many people that teach this, they don't talk about it, okay? See, step one is that you want to know what is the weekly doing. What is the weekly time frame doing? Let's take this off. You want to ask yourself, what is the weekly structure doing? Are we bullish or are we bearish? Okay, you can see here we've been bullish. Okay, we've been bullish here. So all this while you'll be looking for only bullish setup, which means some days you don't have to trade some days. Okay, but once your trade come, bro, you will catch nice move. Maybe you catch nice move for 3 days straight or 2 days straight. You'll be taking those trends. You'll be going with the trend until the trend start dropping again. Then if you want to sell back into the weekly opening price, you can sell, but it's not a safe play. It's not a safe trade because we're still bullish. That can easily be price doing something like this, and you think it's gonna sell and it start going up while the opening price was here, and while we already had that first manipulation back into it, and price came up here. But sometimes it can come and do again and go up, but just focus on only the buy. All right, that's number one. Number one again is for you to understand the structure. Number two is that you want to make sure you mark out the key levels on your weekly time frame. What are key levels? Key levels are order blocks, fair value gaps. Okay, they are order blocks, fair value gaps. So here now we have this fair value gap here. We have this fair value gap. Before this fair value gap, what do we have up here? We had this order block up here, which price has already disrespected it. All right, we had this order block, which was one of the reasons why I insist on taking those buys until we get to that top before price started crashing for no reason. But there should be a reason why it dropped, but I don't know, and I can't chase this kind of move. I just have to wait till next week. We'll see what's going to happen next week. So you want to be marking out these key levels on your high time frame, okay? And also on your lower time frame, what do you want to do on your lower time frame? On your lower time frame, which is going to be the 4 hour, you want to pay attention to what we have on the previous week, just in case if price doesn't come back to the weekly key level. All right, you can actually use the 4 hour key level. Okay, you can actually use 4 hour key level. How do you do this? Look at the previous week. The previous week here, what do we have here? Here we have this order block here. We have this other block here, right? And we have this liquidity levels. We have them. So price, when price come back to them and reacts to it, that's a good confirmation. That's a good confirmation that we're going up. You're not just gonna look for blindly stuff to go up. No. Look here. What do we have here? We have order block on this side. So price came plus the order block plus the opening price, all are confluence for you. Okay, cool. We have this, we have this. So price is supposed to go up higher. All right. So look at here again on this one. All right. This is the previous week. This one, what do we have here? This is the opening price, right? This is the opening price here. This is the opening price. So what do we have here? We can see that we have this gap here. Okay, we have this gap, and also we have this candle, which was a rejection from this fair value gap. Okay, so excuse me, this was it. Or you can also see from here we have this price took out this high of this previous week, then a reason why for this pullback. But we're not trading those sells. We're just waiting for the sells to come to us, then we take a buy. If you go on your chart, look at the previous week, you will see that price will connect to something before the next one will happen. Let me show you something else again. All right. So you see this candle here. If you want to trade the next candle, let's say this candle is bullish and you're bullish on your high time frame. Okay, you're bullish on your high time frame. It doesn't matter any time frame that you're trading, whether you're trading 1 hour, 4 hour, whichever time frame you're trading. I've been trading this thing for a very, very, very long time. So you want to trade the next candle. You're expecting the next candle to be bullish. What I like to do is that I want to go on this candle now. I want to go inside of this candle and look, what did we leave behind? What did we leave behind? Okay. If there is I like seeing a fair value gap inside of it or an order block. If this is 4 hour, I want to see that on 15 minutes. If it's daily, I want to see it on 1 hour. If it's weekly, I want to see it on 4 hour. All right. So let's assume that this is weekly. Now, I want to go inside on the 4 hour, which is going to be 4 hour will be like this. Let's say 4 hour traded like this, manipulated lower and went up here before it closed somewhere here, right? So within this level to this level, I want to check, do we have like a fair value gap around here or something? Do we have a fair value gap, order block or something around here? Or maybe a liquidity level around here? Anything around here, or maybe then we can use this low as a liquidity. Okay, so now if you go on 4 hour, this will be a low, right? Or maybe there will be a low here, somewhere here, or somewhere, anywhere. So this will be where I want this next candle to trade down to before expanding higher. All right, this is a very simple concept. This is a very simple concept. So maybe trade down a little bit lower somewhere here before expanding. Come to this, fill up this imbalance that are here, then start expanding higher. Then you'll see that you'll catch the nice trade. All right, you're not trying to catch the last whatever. You just want to wait for the proper confirmations and you try to start trading with that direction. All right, this is so important. This is so important because sometimes you will have, let's go back to the weekly. Let me show you something. Excuse me. So sometimes you will have order block like this, right? You have order block like this on your chart where you're waiting for price to come back here, then we trade up. Then you find out that this candle closed like this. How are you going to catch this candle? This is where you apply your opening price. Okay, you apply your opening price, price manipulates down here. You go on the 4-hour, you look for 4-hour to turn back to bullish. What are you looking for on 4-hour? You can look for 4-hour order block, 4-hour fair value gap, 4-hour inversion, whatever that tells you that, oh, this level is going to hold, we're about to go higher. If you're trading trend line, you want trend line to break, you're trading support and resistance, you want to see a new support. Whatever you're trading, you need this, because this is candle. This is not a strategy. This is not a, this is a candle. See, whether you trading indicator, right? You're trading whatever name that nobody know yet, right? When you go on your chart, you see the candles first. And whatever this candle will do, before this candle closed like this, it manipulated lower. It manipulated lower. It went low before it closed back up like this. Okay? So with you knowing that we are bullish, you know you don't want to chase this. And especially where price is at already. Okay? Let's say you marked out this other block. Okay? You marked out this other block and price closed like this. Okay? We close like this. You can see this is already a rejection. What do they call this candle? This is already dodgy candle, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's a dodgy. I know the candles, but I don't know their names like that. I don't focus on names. I focus on what they do, all right? But I think it's a dodgy candle. I just call it a rejection. So how do you want to know it's a dodgy candle or whatever it's been called? You can see it closed above the 50%, all right? Close above the 50%. That's a very strong confirmation candle. So you're getting into the next week and just even jump into a buy already, because there's enough confirmation already. Okay, so but you want to catch like a nice trade, you have to trade below this opening. Let me zoom this. You can see this was the opening of this next candle. You can see it came down lower and continue going back up. All right, and what happened later? Price came back to this candle again one more time and start going back up. All right, so again on this day here, you can see that price came here. There was a little bit weak here, then we continue. So if you look at all this week, this is how price moves. So when you align it on your lower time frame, then you will catch a nice move. Let's go on lower time frame for that one. Let me use that as a last example. Then okay, this is where it happened. This is where it happened here. You can see the wick closed. Let's use this thing one more time. Why isn't it showing? Okay, I don't know why. Oh, okay, it didn't get up to this level. It stopped somewhere here. Anyways, the wick will be here. I can just easily draw it out for you. It can just be here to okay, it's from here, from this to this day here. Okay, it's from this was that candle that rejected up here. So now the next week opening, you just want to mark this. You can see price still came down below it a little bit, came down below it a little bit before start going up. And you can see now we have these candles, all right? So you go on your lower time frame, you refine this and you want to trade off this, and you'll be targeting previous week highs, because we're bullish, we're targeting the previous week highs. If we're bearish, we're targeting the previous week low. Sometimes price doesn't get there, might reverse again before going up, but that should always be your targets. If you want to catch big move, this is how you can be catching big move on Nasdaq. The higher time frame you go, the higher big move you can catch. You can stick on 5 minutes and 15 minutes and be like, oh, I can catch big move. I don't know. I don't have the luck to catch big move. No, because you're on lower time frame. Because you're trading every day, every time, every single time you're on the charts trading. You're not waiting. Because of course, lower time frame you can be profitable, but when you order something, don't expect another thing to be delivered to you. All right. Let's say you order a pen and you want a computer to be delivered to you. That it doesn't work. Life doesn't work that way. If you order if you order Android, you're expecting them to deliver Apple to you. It doesn't work that way, bro. You get what you ordered for. And you can see here also. Which day did this close? We closed somewhere here on Friday, and between still being bullish, you want to catch the next move. You want to catch this as the next move. New candle opened somewhere. Open somewhere here. Open somewhere here. Open somewhere here. And on this day, there was nothing. There was nothing at all. But you knowing where price is, you can still trade structure. You understand? You can still go with this order flow and trade them. Then let's say you can lower your risk because there's no that manipulation yet. You can just wait for the next week. Next week can just be another nice manipulation. So if you want to catch big move, you have to be patient. You can see the next week. The next week was here and we manipulated lower. Came down lower, and boom, up we go. So you're seeing this manipulation here. And what do we have on the previous week? Remember, what do we have on the previous week? You can see came and swept all this low. So this will help you, right? Let's go on a recent price. So this will help you know when to stay away. I think I've mentioned that before. Okay, to help you know when to stay out. Just like this day here. You can see on this day, because I remember on this day, right? This was 10 a.m. candle. It's dropped. Believe me, when this candle drop like this, and we have a fair value gap here, just be honest with yourself. Won't you look for sell here? Won't you look for sell here? You will look for sell here. But in my group, I called a buy for them here. I didn't even care about this sell. I called a buy for them. I don't know if but I always call buys like that for them. So they already know if I say it's a buy, there's gonna be a buy. It's gonna be a buy, all right? Because price has already done its job. I'd rather buy here and lose than to look for unnecessary sell. If I want to look for sell, you see the way this candle is now, right? This candle is, if it's like in the middle of the week or so, then I can look for sells from here because now we are below. Price has already manipulated to the upside and displaced to the downside. So I should be looking for a reason to sell from here. All right. So I hope this video helped you a lot. I hope it helped you understand this weekly opening price. You can use it for daily also. You can use it for 4 hour. You can use it on any time frame and you still get the same results. But as I said, the higher time frame you go, the bigger move and the longer term trend you'll be able to catch. All right. So please, if this helped you, make sure you click the like button, comment, tell me, ask me a question. And if you want to join my free Telegram, I'm going to add the link to the description. All right. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.